Alright, welcome back y'all. Jason Ricci's YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment, set a reminder because we do this every single Friday. 16 years worth of YouTube, tons of videos, anything harmonica related you can imagine. You know, we got product reviews, we got lessons, we got interviews, we got everything. And today is no different. It's another Friday and it's another great day, as Lee Mack says. What are we going to do today? We're going to check out the major pentatonic scale. But wait a minute, Jason, you've already done this. Not in 12th position, I haven't. So here we go. Let's jump right in. All right, first let's take a look at the scale. It's going to start on 2 double bend. Now I know that's going to seem weird to you, but you will adjust to this soon. So how do you find 12th position? Well, first of all, you can just get you one of Richard Slay's little harp charts, right? I'll put a link below to Richard Slay's site, and you can get one of these. You can get them from Rock and Ron's too, or you can just Google it, or you can do like I do and use a very backwards method of finding 12th, which is, I imagine what cross harp would be. So if we're in the key of F, I would grab a B flat harmonica, and then I count up one whole step above that from B flat to C. Anyway, there's other ways to find it. Howard calls it first flat. People call it different things, but you can use one of these charts, or you can just Google it and you can just memorize them. Let's jump right in and take a look at the scale. So the first note in the scale is 2 draw double bend. Then we're going to move up to 2 draw, then 3 double bend, then 4 blow, then 4 draw, then 5 draw. Let's stop there. Just like My Girl. So there is the major pentatonic. Now below that, there's a couple of notes that you can use too. 1 blow and 1 draw. The tough part is getting used to resolving on 2 double bend as your tonic or your root. Very, very, very cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at the second octave. It's going to be 5 draw, 6 blow, 6 draw, 7 blow, 8 draw, 9 draw. Right, very, very, very fun. Now, why would you even play this in 12th position? Because in F, you would have the major triad. And that's really cool. So in 2nd position, I got a little bit lower harp, I got the major triad, I got the chords. I got them nice splits. And I only have 1 bend, and I don't have to avoid that 3 draw or that 3 draw half step. Why does it make any sense? Why even play this? Well, one of the reasons to do it, first of all, it sounds completely different. It has a much more modern and nice and pretty sound to it than the kind of folky, which is nice, it's beautiful, but it's a different animal for a different day, right? For a different forest, for a different jungle. This one has a nice little modern sound to it. Now, one of the things that really gives it that modern sound, especially in the 2nd octave, is the fact that the 6th note of the major scale falls on a draw note. So in cross harp, that note would be 5 blow. Now, we like to use that note, especially in R&B and blues and stuff, like, you know, going up to the root. But in 12th position, you get to play it as a draw note, which means that you can kind of bend underneath it and then come up to that root in a way that's a little bit more musical. Now, moving right along, that 6th draw is your major third, same as your 3 double bend. And then, but in the top octave, it's just a 6th draw. And it's really, really nice to hit. And you can also come underneath that, put a little tiny bit of a flat third salt and pepper flavor. Very, 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 very sweet. So let's check it out and do some like R&B stuff, okay? Now, in the very beginning, I'm just going to use a few notes. I'll just start with one, then I'll add another, and then I'll add another, and then I'll add another, and another, and another, until I have the whole scale. And I'll just start in the middle octave. So I'll give myself a break from some of those harder bends down bottom, and I'll just go with the notes that are already tuned right here into a C major scale, except I'll be playing them in the key of F. Those notes will be 4 blow, 4 draw, 5 draw, 6 blow, 6 draw, and I'll slide up to 7 blow. Won't even go anywhere past that. Let's do it. Here's our backing track. Neo Soul Jam in F major, all right? All instruments. So just using that middle section of the scale, I'll be starting on the 5, going up to the 6, playing the root, then going up to the 2, the major third, and then I'll conclude with another 5th, and then just come back down. And then be sure to resolve on 5 draw. Now, I'm just going to start on each note, one note at a time. Try to max it out and then move to the next note. So we'll just start on 4 blow. Draw and 4 blow. Add the 5 draw. Add the 6 blow. Now the 6th draw. Little couple double stops. Seven blow. Little bend on the 6. Yeah. Do the same thing with the bottom octave. Give myself another note, 2 draw. Three double bend. And a little 4 blow too. Now I'm right back to where I started. Let's go up top. So why do we learn all these different positions, right? What is the reason, right? If we can play it in one position, why do we learn it in another position? The reason is because stuff lays out differently. In other words, certain notes will end up on a blow note or a draw note or a bend note or even an overblow. So sometimes you can play one thing in one position and it sounds completely different. Even though it's the same notes, it sounds completely different in another position. It's really important to be able to change it up a little bit. If you're going to play harmonica all night, it's a really good idea to switch it up a little bit and give the listener some sonic differences, some sonic possibilities, some ways that they can say, I've never heard a harmonica sound like that. I've heard those notes, but I haven't heard them. The other reason is that sometimes it's easier to play certain things in other positions than it is in another one, right? However that goes, right? It's easier to play something in another position than it is in another one. So sometimes it's harder to play something in another position, but it sounds better, so it's worth the struggle. Just try to remember that if it feels weird to you at first, landing on 2 double bend, landing on 5 draw, or if you're in 4th position, landing on 3 double bend instead of 2 draw, right? If it feels weird to you, that doesn't mean that it sounds weird to the audience. Sometimes what feels strange to us is really, really cool to them, and we're just not used to it. We think, oh, we have the familiarity of second position. I know this position. I'm a badass in this position. I'm going to play in this position all night. And we think that that makes us sound good. But sometimes when we step out of our comfort zone and go into another position, musically it works a lot better. So inside we're feeling, oh man, this isn't so cool. But outside everybody's digging it. Let me give you a little story. Back around 1996, I'm going to say, I was living in Jackson, Mississippi, and I was playing a club called Rhythm and Brews with my man Mark Whittington. He was a guitar player. He is a guitar player from Jackson. Very, very good. And he was a little bit of a big brother to me, and he watched over me. Well, I had a pretty bad drug problem at the time, which meant that I wasn't spending money on harmonicas. So I had this G harp that was really, really out of tune. The 4-blow didn't work very good. It was completely out of tune. And I knew that if I played in second position, I was going to hit that note from muscle memory on my way down or up. I wasn't good enough then to intentionally avoid a note if it was bad. Or even if it was good. I didn't know how to just stay within a small group. Anyway, I decided I would try the song in third position on a C harp because I didn't want to hit that bad note. But I had never played in third position live. Now, I knew how to play in it. I had practiced it at home. I was pretty good on it on chromatic, but not on diatonic. And I was scared of those low bend notes. And plus, my ego was telling me, oh, well, you're not going to be able to play all of those cool licks that you do, right? Which was true. I wouldn't be able to play all of them. So anyway, I needed to get through the song, and I didn't want to hit the bad note, and I didn't want everybody to know that I hit the bad note. So I just picked it up in third, and I made it through. Well, at the end of the night, Mark took me aside. He took me outside, and he said, hey, kid, he goes, you know that song in D minor? And I thought, oh, boy, here we come. And he goes, look, man, whatever you were doing on that really, really, really sounded good. And I was thinking, oh, and he goes, as a matter of fact, do you think you could just do that on, like, all the D minor songs from now on? Now, look, all my cross-harp chops I thought were pretty great. But I had that 3 half-step bend in a minor key that I needed to avoid. Well, in third position, that note is just a 5 draw or a 2 double bend. So I could just bend it all the way down, not worry about hitting it too little. Just honk on it and it would happen. So what Mark was hearing and what the audience was hearing that night, and they loved it, was me playing well in a minor key. Now, to me, I didn't have all my fancy chops, so I didn't think it was so cool. But to them, the band, the audience, they really, really liked it, and it was something different. And why not give some of those fancy cliche chops, cliche to me, the chops I was doing all night, every night, why not give some of them a break and play something a little different? So we got to step out of our comfort zone. Just because it's called 12th position, and there's only 12 positions, doesn't mean that it's hard, okay? You saw the video today. You can do it, especially that middle octave. Spend some time in that middle octave and get comfortable. Build your confidence up, and then just start adding the 3 double bend, start adding the 2 draw double bend, and then go all the way down. So look, we got to step out of our comfort zone. Every time we are in the process of growth, it is when we are uncomfortable. Growth is never, never, ever comfortable. Our practice should be uncomfortable. We should be going, shucks, this is hard. I don't think I can do this. I'm going to toss this thing across the room. That's why we only do it for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we move on to something that makes us feel good, whether it's playing more harmonica, but just making it up and having fun, or going and watching a TV show, reading a book, or smoking a cigar like I do. Anyway, you're watching this video right now from my home, but I am in St. Louis right now at the SPA convention, and I wanted to make this video 2 weeks ahead of time just so that I could enjoy the SPA convention. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for all the support. 16 years of YouTube, over 600 free harmonica videos on every subject, harmonica-related subject you could possibly imagine. Patreon patrons, you are making it happen. You are the reason I work so hard. I got up at 8 in the morning today. It's 11 o'clock at night. I've been working all day, teaching and playing. It's all because of you. I really hope you enjoyed the major pentatonic scale in 12th position, a little R&B, a little jazz edge, a little Stevie Wonder on diatonic edge. Enjoy it and stay tuned for that. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Jason Ricci's YouTube channel. 16 years of incredible YouTube harmonica-related content. That's right, 16 years. At this point, over 500 free instructional videos. If you're interested in what kind of harmonicas I play, microphones, amplifiers, pedals, any harmonica related products, please check out my sponsors. These sponsors, in one way or another, also help keep these videos going. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Blue Moon Harmonicas, bringing you the best in custom harmonicas. We got custom cover plates, custom combs. You can get your name put on it, just like me. Reed work, refurbished pre-war Marine bands. Look at that, they put the little brace there, no more crushing the covers. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, the very best in pedals, microphones, almost anything you need for your amplified harmonica need. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, right here out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana. We got you. Harp gear, amplifiers. They got big ones, they got small ones. You know what they sound like? They sound like the best tube amps on the market. Harp gear amplifiers out of Ocala, Florida. Pedal pad, pedal boards. Incredible custom pedal boards built to last, made by two brothers who really, really care. Hohner harmonicas. A Mooncat loves the Hohner harmonica. I like the Marine band. I get Tom to put the little special 20 cover plates on it. He tricks them out, but they play great right out of the box. All of these sponsors are linked below in the description box. What else is linked below? Patreon. Consider becoming a Patreon patron. You'll be supporting me. You'll be supporting the cause. You'll be keeping these videos free for everybody. And you'll get a lot of extra content over at Patreon. You'll get vlogs, occasionally some extra lessons, some posts that you might not see on Facebook. A lot of stuff that I can't say or won't say here on YouTube is over on Patreon. I love my Patreon family. You guys are the best. If you're not into the monthly subscription, you can also give me a one-time tip at Venmo or PayPal below too. I'm a touring musician and I play all over the country, really all over the world with all kinds of different acts. Check out my website, www.mooncat.org. In all seriousness, YouTube, Patreon, my sponsors have absolutely changed my life. Subscribe below, set reminders for the videos. Don't miss any events. Every single Friday there's a free harmonica lesson and a lot more. Even if you're just subscribing, you're helping me a lot. Those of you that are joining me on Patreon, you guys are helping me to make better decisions with my career. In all sincerity, thank you so much, YouTube, for just an incredible, incredible outlet. It's a video diary. I get to look back at 16 years of these videos. I had a lot of new friends, some really fine musicians, made some great contacts in the industry, and it's all because of you. Thank you, my harmonica family.